At PNC Park, second game of the three-game series, trying to bounce back from his start against the Brewers. The Pirates trying to bounce back after being beaten by the Cubbies last night. Game 2 of the series, Pirates and Cubs. The Bucks started the day still just a game and a half out of a wild card spot. So need J-Mac to get back to his old self. And as Bob pointed out, he's been much better at home this season. Dale Swain's Cubs. This is his starting lineup. David DeJesus, Luis Valbuena, Anthony Rizzo. Then it's Alfonso Soriano, 11th straight season with 20-plus homers. Starling Castro, Wellington Castillo, Darwin Barney, and yes, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija, will bat 8th. Tony Campana batting 9th. James McDonald facing David DeJesus. DeJesus was 0 for 5 last night. Quick strike on him.
J-Mac's numbers brought to you by the Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. On a whole, his season looks really strong. It's just the second half has just been a bumpy road, up and down, good game, bad game. Hopefully tonight will be a good game. We should find that out right here in the first inning.
Pop up to Barnes.
Take a look at the numbers again. There's not much there to say, wow, that's not good. You get the strikeouts, opposition batting average. Really a strong, solid breakthrough season for James. It would be doing a disservice, I think, to him to just concentrate on what's happened the last 2 months and forget about his first 3.5, 4 months of the season when he was absolutely just dominating everyone. Good to see him getting right after that strike zone right away here in the first inning.
Valbuena 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. A couple of runs scored last. Oh, nice play! Garrett Jones looking for some better defense tonight. GI pounced on it.
That's one thing you can do immediately to forget about last night is come up with a great defensive play, since that was such a big part of the story last night. The non-defensive plays. Nobody was doing anything with the gloves. But, that sure was a dandy.
And a strike on Anthony Rizzo. Rivers Casino tips to win. What do we have a theme here?
Yeah, this little pirate treasure map to victory at 12 paces. We got to find our gloves. We already looks like we're going to do that. And then after you find the gloves, you turn north 24 paces. 24 paces. We're going to find some home run balls tonight. And then we're going to turn again and 53 paces back toward the beach. We're going to dig down deep and we're going to get that W. Gloves, home run balls, and that man right there on the mound. That's what it's going to take tonight.
Treasure map theme.
That's middle of September. That's all I got, Greg.
That's a great one. It's like you're in mid-season form. Yes, he did. Strike 3. Anthony Rizzo goes down. And James McDonald, we showed you those first inning numbers. When he puts up a 0 in the first, he's usually very good. With this lineup brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward, Brock Holt leads off. Starling Marte hits second. Andrew McCutchen, Garrett Jones followed, and Pedro Alvarez since the middle of August hitting .329, slugging .685. He'll be followed by Alex Presley, Clint Barmas, Ron Barajas, and James McDonald.
Well, the thing I remember about Samardzija in that first game where he dominated us was that great slider he was throwing, and then finding out the next day that it was a forkball. I don't know if you remember, Greg, it was just like a real hard, sharp slider. Never seen anybody's forkball break like that. Kept looking for the forkball, never saw it. But I saw that pitch that was breaking down and into the lefties, down and into the righties, and asked Keith Moreland about it the next day, and he said, yeah, that was his forkball. But Samardzija said he didn't know what was going on with it, but every time he threw it, it just broke like a hard slider. It was an incredible pitch that night.
Brock Holt has seen 3 fastballs as he leads off. 1 for 4 last night, 8 for 20 to start his major league career. Start number 6 since joining the Pirates. Brock Holt. Then Hurdle hopes to stick around for all 9. He was sent to the timeout chair by that man last night, Gary Darling. 2-2. Might have been it again right there. Samardzija. Clint Hurdle watched the rest of the game in his office after being tossed. Call at third base. Ejected in the 6th inning. 2-2. And the other way, and a base hit for Brock Holt to start the bottom of the 1st.
Got an off-speed pitch. I think it was that forkball, left it up a little bit. Out over the plate. There it is again. This is not a fastball. That's it. That forkball, and it's just up out over the plate. Pretty much where I think Holt was hoping it to be. Just flick it the other direction. Being quite a little table setter since went into that lineup. So far, he's been the leadoff hitter the Pirates really been searching for the entire season.
Marte shows bunt.
Marte, after he had been called up, had been doing a lot of leadoff hitting before he got hurt. But by far the most successful they've had there has been Holt. Small sample size.
6th game, that leadoff spot. Another bunt. Marte will get the sacrifice. First base unassisted. He was determined to bunt.
Probably would like that to have been off the line a little bit. Kind of push the ball by Samardzija. You know, even if you're not successful in getting yourself on base, at least you have a runner in scoring position with your best hitter stepping in there and a chance to play with the lead. And that's the whole. I was going to say it's the whole reason you build your lineup the way it is to get that guy to the plate with runners in scoring position. But it doesn't mean much as he takes the first one off the hip.
Fastball from Samardzija right in on McCutchen.
Samardzija throws hard too. That'll get your attention. Get your attention. If you're going to get hit with a 90 something pitch, that's where you want it though. In the hip area.
Now it's Garrett Jones. 0 for 4 last night. He takes a fastball. But Ofer ended his 8-game hitting streak. Checks. Takes another fastball, 2-0. Looking to give the Pirates the lead first. Pirates are 41-15 when they score first in a ball game this season. 41-15. How important that is. A little flinch maybe from the home plate umpire, but 3-0.
You see the way that ball broke right now? Is that slider or forkball? That looks just like a classic slider the way it breaks. Look at the break on that.
3-0 takes ball 4. Wow, a 4-pitch walk, bases loaded with 1 out.
How did that last one get called a ball? That's what they're.
Chris Bosio saying, "Let's go," to the home plate umpire Scott Berry.
Well, I can understand that ball looked like it was kind of in the middle of the plate. There it is again. Look down on the strike zone.
Wow.
You know, a 3-0 usually is get it close and they'll give it to you.
Pirates need to take advantage of that call. Jordan Baker, rookie umpire at first. Crew chief Gary Darling at second. Paul Emmel at third. Here is Pedro Alvarez with bases loaded. And he takes a strike. One on Alvarez. 0-2 as he chases that splitter. Alvarez has hit into 9 double plays in his career with the bases loaded. 8 for 17 with 2 grand slams. Holt at third, McCutcheon at second, and Jones at first. Tapper to the right side, a foul ball. Last 9 games, hitting .314 with 4 homers. Samardzija has Alvarez in the hole, 0-2. And into right center field. A base hit will score a couple. Pedro Alvarez, a 2-run single. And the Bucks take a 2-0 lead.
Had it on row 2 pitch. Down and got it.
Down and away and into right center.
A nice piece of hitting. Good sign, I think, for Alvarez right now when you see him able to leave the strike zone a little bit and make good solid contact, drive in a couple of runs.
Right now Jeff Samardzija is kicking at the dirt as Bosio makes his way out to talk to the former Notre Dame star, starting pitcher throughout his minor league career with the Cubs, then reliever for a time, and just coming into his own. This is his last start of the season.
He shot himself in the foot there with the walk, the hit batsman, putting guys on, opening the door for the Pirates. That must have been one of the discounted signs.
Bosio still talking to the home plate umpire. Scott Berry breaks up the conference.
Berry didn't look very happy. See him slam that mask on.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted to hear it.
Here's Presley. Out of play. Hitting 6th tonight, Alex Presley did not start last night against the lefty Travis Wood. He did come on later to give Andrew McCutchen a couple of innings off, and his lone plate appearance struck out.
Majority of splitters, forkballs, whatever you want to call it, that I've seen in my life, I've always been balls that break either straight down or have a little fade to them to the arm side. You know, right-hander throws a forkball, fades to the right side a little bit. Samardzija is just so consistent, going the other direction.
This is inside with a fastball. Getting a ton of strikeouts with that splitter this season.
Close. Ow.
2-2.
Just stayed outside a little bit, but you can see that splitter trying to curl in. Just like it's a slider.
Still 2-2. Not getting the attention to Steven Strasburg, but this is last start for Samardzija because he said a lot of relief work last season, so he's reached a high in terms of innings pitched. Being very careful with them. Samardzija says, it's unfortunate, but I sure know what they're doing. Respect what their plan is.
Well, the difference is they're 30 games out of first place, so it doesn't matter.
And 3-2. And you might have heard that they announced today that Strasburg is done now for the year. Last night was supposed to be his second to last start, but didn't go well. And Davey Johnson said the media attention has gotten to Strasburg, so they're shutting him down right now. He won't make another start this season. The Nationals won in walk-off fashion today. And a strikeout for Samardzija, 2 away.
Able to go away just off the plate and fastball. Crossley was in protection mode with 2 strikes, and he just didn't pull the trigger quick enough.
4th highest strikeout per 9 innings average for Samardzija.
I think Alex Presley probably will be happy when this season is over and he can start with a clean slate again next year. The season didn't go the way he was hoping. Started out as the everyday left fielder. That real fine first year last season. Not sure if it's the proper name for it or not, because it has nothing to do with jinxes, but that second year, that sophomore year, gets a lot of guys, doesn't it?
That fastball got Barmas. Bucks get a couple. A 2-run single by Alvarez, bringing home Holt and McCutchen. 2-0 Pittsburgh.
2-0 lead as we move to the second inning. The Pirates, oh, by the way, are 41-15 when scoring first. Important stat to know. Why? Well, because they haven't scored first very often this season. In fact, the Buccos scoring first in a game just 57 times this season. 57 times. That was tied with the Colorado Rockies at 56 before tonight's game. There you go, 57 times. So they've actually moved down a notch, if you will. There are the Cubs at 61. Maybe the stat worked better before either team scored, but why am I okay with that?
Well, it's a good thing they scored two, because Alfonso Soriano just put one back on the board, Dan. Soriano's line drive home run is 27th of the season. Makes it 2-1. But as Dan just pointed out, the good numbers when the Pirates score first. There's a home run ball, though. McDonald gave up 4 of them in his last start. And he didn't get out of the third inning.
That can happen to you sometimes in Miller Park, big home run yard. But this is a friendly left field, and it's been very friendly all year to J-Mac. But it's just a solo home run, and this is a little test for what Ray Searage was talking about yesterday on his radio pregame, that the confidence level has to stay up no matter what's going on out there. He has to stay cool and calm within himself, especially if he has a rough early part of the game. And that's been the challenge for him. So we'll see how it goes here. He's given up that leadoff home run here.
Dribbler foul. Starlin Castro. 71 runs batted in, 3 for 5 last night with 4 ribbies. Ground ball to Alvarez. 1 out.
Paul just ate him up inside. A little bit of a tail movement, got it in there. Dropped the plate smidgen to begin with.
So he retires Castro. Faces now Wellington Castillo, who's doing the catching tonight. Steve Clevenger is serving a 1-game suspension, part of that bench clearing incident in D.C. on Thursday. Clevenger was the starting catcher last night. So tonight he serves his 1-game suspension. Dale Swain's ball club snapped a 6-game losing streak last night and won for just the 4th time in 27 road games since the All-Star break. And 2 on Castillo. That's a shot past Alvarez. Castillo will stand at second with a 1-out double.
Interesting there, Marte, as he gets that ball out of the corner. Probably see it here. He just gives a nice firm throw right to the shortstop. No dramatic. Throw the ball to Barmes. That was one of the 7 errors last night. He came up. I think he might have been a little upset with himself that he didn't catch a ball or something. He short hopped one and kept it in front of him. Good play. But then for some reason, instead of just throwing it to Harrison, who was about 60, 70 feet in front of him, he tried to air one out to third base for no reason. Nobody was running the third. And he's got that great arm, obviously. Didn't work. At least not the accuracy part of it, as he almost threw it in the stands.
Barney Had a hit in 5 at-bats last night. Kept his errorless streak going. 123 games at second base without an error consecutively. On deck, the number 8th man in the order, Jeff Samardzija. First time that Dale Schwame has done that this season. He talked about it, maybe doing it at some point this year. Mentioned it after he went to Arizona with the club in spring training. I believe he's with the Brewers when Ned Yost did it a lot with Jason Kendall. Kendall hit 9th and the pitcher batted 8th for the Brewers for a while. Chop towards short with Barmes. Castillo to third. And now the pitcher comes to the plate.
That didn't work this time. Now he has the pitcher hitting with the tying run in scoring position instead of a regular player. I think over the last 19 years I've pretty much covered the pitcher hitting 8 subject.
You're not a big
fan. We'll go
fan.
over it again.
Not a big fan. Pirates did it a couple of years ago. John Russell for a while in that 2010 season had the pitcher batting 8th. And of course, Tony La Russa routinely batted the pitcher 8th about 5 years ago. One and two. 115 lifetime with a home run. Former star receiver at Notre Dame. Bounce toward third. That'll do it. Home run and a 1-out double. So the Cubs on the board. The Pirates lead it 2-1. Tonight, a look at MLB.com's latest prospect rankings, which have Bucco's farm system very well represented with 6 players. Only the Blue Jays had more prospects in the top 100. That's our PNC Achievement, brought to you by PNC. For the Achiever and you, Garrett Cole, Jamison Tyone, Starling Marte, now with the Pirates, of course. Alan Hansen, Luis Heredia, a young Mexican left-hander who had his first year at State College, and Gregory Polanco, the West Virginia Power. Alfonso Soriano's home run, his 27th, gets the Cubs on the board. And there's a drive to left field that'll send Soriano back to the wall. He'll make the catch. Barajas, toward the wall and left. Less dramatic grab for Soriano. Of course, he made a catch last night. Jumped up, thought he was going to bang up against the wall. There's still a few feet to that padded fence.
He's not used to having so much room behind him.
That's the truth.
Wrigley. The fence in Wrigley is, what was it, 350 something where that little corner is? Like right straight away left field. It was about 350.
Yep.
I would say, well, right in there. That's where the 350 is at Wrigley. So you're talking a 30-foot difference, or 25 anyway. Wrigley's got that oddity that as you go toward the line, it actually gets deeper as it goes to the foul pole. Something that I think the corner outfielders there, they get used to after they play their home games there for a while.
Samardzija will make this play. 2 outs. Now we invite you to place a deposit for your 2013 Pirates season tickets. From full season plans to half and 20 game plans, there's one that works for you. Enjoy great benefits all season long. Live batting practice in the Pirates batting cages, Q&A sessions with Pirates management, much more. Plus, deposits made now get 2012 postseason priority. To place your deposit, go to pirates.com/2013. Check it out on pirates.com. Top of the order, Brock Holt. Singled and scored. One and one. Base hit to left field off Samardzija. 9 for 21. Samardzija out in front, 1 and 2. Two count. 5th round pick 6 years ago out of Notre Dame. 27-year-old native of Maryville, Indiana. 6'5", 225 pounds. One of the real bright spots for the Cubs. Jeff Samardzija strikes out Holt. And the strikeout is completed when Castilla throws to Rizzo. 1-2-3. The Pirates retired after 2-1 Pittsburgh. That's a great idea.
Gotta wave it. 10 seconds to count it. Homemade sign. Get
How do you
10
know it's
seconds on the
homemade
air.
sign?
Well, it said I made this sign.
Oh, well, yeah, but you can go to the sign store and make it.
They allow you to make.
Yeah, it's like Build-A-Bears. You go to these little shops.
Okay. Now I understand how the sign store
You guys
works.
made fun of me earlier this year when I suggested somebody might have gone. What store did they get that sign at? You were laughing at me.
No, never laughed.
No. Tony Campana leads off. That's 9th in this order. Played center field the second half of the game last night because of the injury to Brett Jackson, and the speedy Campana is on. And, well, you better hurry, as that guy is thinking 2 right out of the box, and he puts on the brakes.
Well, thank goodness he didn't get that hit with a man at third.
All right, this day in Pirates history brought to you by Day Automotive. 1974, Dave Parker hits a grand slam in the 8th inning. Pirates beat the Expos 8-2. Jim Rooker pitched a complete game for his 12th win of the season. Thank you, Day Automotive. We're going to make your day.
Jim got a couple of hits himself that day.
Did he?
Scored a run.
How do you know all that?
I was looking over your shoulder when you were looking all that stuff up. Spying on you. So I don't need a spy cam. I do my own spying.
I know. Well, we have
this right here.
Actually, look how this works. They spy on us. You spy on me.
Yeah.
I spy on no one.
No, you have no.
See, I believe in the privacy that we all deserve in this country, the liberties that we enjoy. See? Oh yeah, that's true. Adam Elmore said I do have these, but then you take these too often. Throw the first, and he's back. Guess I can spy too, but that's only if Bob
you have
has
to be able to see the bullpen.
It's only if you don't have them. If you haven't just reached over and just grabbed them.
Who fixed them for you a couple days ago?
You did, but who broke them?
Not me. Dash.
Oh, blame Dash. Oh, throw at him.
He
Just
was
too
leaning.
high, that throw.
He was leaning. Yep. A little bit lower with the throw. It was about head high to Garrett Jones, which is awfully high.
26 steals, caught just 3 times, Campana.
He can motor.
Two 2-0 on David DeJesus. And ripped to right. Campana will wind up at third. No one out. David DeJesus with his first hit of the series.
Down to get it. Brahas's glove was going to be in the dirt on that one. Pretty good pitch. Campana not paying attention to any directions. His mind was already made up. I am sliding. They're all a bunch of those kids, aren't they? They just want to get the uniform dirty.
Well, infield at double play depth for Luis Valbuena, who lined out to Garrett Jones in the first inning.
The big hit last night. I don't know what you guys did for the turning point over here or not, but on radio we had the double as our turning point.
Oh, that was big.
Do you guys have a turning point?
No, we usually don't. The post-game show guys do. We do. I don't know what they decided.
You listen to them, don't you?
Ball just foul, thankfully.
It was Robin Rock last night.
It was. Post-game show. Rob King and John Wayner. They had a lot to talk about, you know.
A lot going on. That was a 3.5-hour game.
Tonight, Teak returns with Rob. And hopefully a lot of good things to talk about tonight.
Teak took the correct night off.
Yep. Did he go? They don't check. Campana single to start the inning. Went to third on the base hit by David DeJesus. One ball, 2 strikes on Luis Valbuena. 2-2.
Valbuena last night that took exception to an inside pitch. Right?
Yep.
Looked like he might have been alone in that opinion.
It looked like maybe some of the guys in the dugout were asking him why he reacted. Now, we were trying to figure it out and wondering if there was anything at all, any history. We realized rather quickly that there couldn't have been any with him and McPherson in the minor leagues. 3-2. This is what we're talking about. McPherson delivers that pitch in the top of the 9th inning.
It was up and in. That's always the suspicious ones too. When a right-hander comes the other way with the left-hander, vice versa, it gets everybody's attention.
Fake to third, look over to first. 3-2 count, nobody out.
Trying to make DeJesus, if he is running, wait a little longer.
Bouncing ball. He was not running. Nice little play there by Barnes to get the double play. The Pirates will trade the 2 outs for the 1 run.
Yeah, 2 pretty defensive plays that they've already made now. We had that first one with Garrett Jones in the very first inning, and now this one will chop her up the middle. Looked like at first it might be a little bit of a problem, but not only was it an easy play, it was a double play. I thought perhaps it was going to be just to the second base side of second base. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To where Barmes would not be able to catch it and tag the bag at the same time. Solid defender.
Tied up at 2. 2-0 count on Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo hit by a McDonald pitch. Rizzo talking to the home plate umpire, and both benches are warned. McCutchen was hit by a pitch.
A couple of hip checks
in the first inning, and now James McDonald figuring he's the big guy in their lineup. I'll get him, perhaps.
If there was anything, it should be over. Both guys have done what they needed to do.
Home plate umpire Scott Berry warning both benches.
At least the warning came after everyone is even.
As Hurdle has said a couple of occasions this year, the umpires have not allowed the Pirates to follow through on a baseball play. So Hurdle calls those things. Just let the players play. They decided to make a baseball play. Let us make a baseball play. Timeout is called.
How about a warning at the exchange of the lineup cards for every single game? So start the game out. Say, hey, if we think anybody threw at anybody on purpose, we reserve the right to throw them out of the game.
Which they can do anyway.
Oh, that's right. They already do that. I'm sorry, Greg. Well, what's the warning all about then?
1-2. Home run for Soriano in the second. Having his best year as a Cub. Tops his RBI total from last year already, 92. In fact, his best RBI year since 2007 when he drove in 95 with the Washington Nationals. Beat that mark.
Surprising that he is still a club.
Yeah.
Cub. Where'd the L come from? Cub.
Oh, Cub club. Yeah, he drew some interest from some other clubs at the trade deadline, and rumor has it that even the Pirates inquired and that Soriano reserved the right to veto.
He likes the club he's on.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Barajas has to find the baseball, and he does before Soriano realizes the ball got away. So they complete the strikeout. The Cubs hit the tying run across. 2-2. Starling Marte sacrificed his first time up, moved Brock Holt into scoring position. Starling Marte fans. Two 2-0 on Marte. McCutchen to follow, then Jones. And a pop-up. Barney, second baseman. I'm going to introduce the new graphic, pitch probability, thanks to Bloomberg Sports. A tool that will predict the likeliness of selected pitches to be thrown in a current situation. It takes into account 5 variables: pitcher's pitch selection over the last 3 years, pitcher batter history, batter handedness, is he a righty or lefty, the count, and runners on base.
We're going to call it Big Blue because it's basically the Gypsies trying to challenge my, how I can predict just about anything.
Oh yeah.
They think that they have a machine that can beat me. So
I like
check it out. And seriously though, this is very interesting to me because they have the different factors that I'm always talking about as far as the count, the score, right-handers, left-handers. There you saw it in the corner there for a second. We'll go back to it. The first one that we're going to show you is basically all of the pitches, the package, and the changeup right there. That's going to be the splitter. But there you can see 1-2 count versus McCutchen. There's a 42% chance he's going to get the splitter. McCutchen was looking for it, got the fastball, swung and missed. Big Blue -1.
So you won that one?
Well,
it's 1-0 walk over Blue.
They're -1. I'm still at 0. I haven't made my prediction yet.
Okay.
But you can see how it works, and where we're really going to get into this, I think, as the rest of the season goes along, is when we get into a really big at bat at some point of the game, or say there's a situation where you're at home and you're sitting there thinking, wow, this is the pitch of the game right now. Well, we're going to talk about this stuff. It's a pitch of the game. What do you think he's going to get? It's a 2-2 count in the 7th inning, tying run at second. And we're going to kind of try and guess along with the catcher and the pitcher and see what happens. And also, you get an idea of the advanced scouting reports. I mean, obviously the teams have all this information also. But what the hitter is going to be looking for. Here you go, 1-1 count versus Jones. Should get a fastball a little bit more than half the time he did, 97. But at 97, it really doesn't do you much good if you get a fastball and you're looking for it, especially when it's in a little bit. Now he's ahead 1-2. Look how the fastball has changed. Dropped down to 35%, and it's gone now to the off-speed stuff. The sliders and that splitter. And he got a fastball. -2 for Big Blue.
Wow. 1-2-3 to the Bucks. Big Blue down early. Pirates and Cubs tied at 2. Starlin Castro collected his 500th career hit. Only other active player to accomplish this feat before turning 23. Who is it? By the way, Castro doesn't turn 23 until March 24th next year. And if you're watching the game last night, you know it.
Well, it puts me at a disadvantage. I was next door.
Yeah, you should have been watching while broadcasting. Always helps.
All I know is I thought Barajas was going to hit a home run that first at bat. He hit that ball very hard. Rod got almost all of it. Just couldn't get over the left field fence.
And getting ready for the fireworks. Majestic goes by. Soft hit to right by Castro.
Castro, one of the good young shortstops in baseball. Do you think that ball that Rod hit was going to go off when he hit? It was close.
Well, a couple things. A, he hit it on the line. I guess I don't have a B.
Would you call the ship captains out there mariners?
Yeah.
What was that trivia question again?
Well, we're going to ask to put that back up. Steve Young, the Mariner. No, I know. Starlin Castro collected his 500th career hit. I just got scolded, by the way.
Know.
Did you hear it?
I did too. We both
a gypsy scolded me.
Yeah.
You got the sheet up there. Read it. Here it is. So you can read it too. The only other active player to accomplish this feat before turning 23. 500 career hits.
We've scattered about 8 hints out in the last 60 seconds.
Pretty impressive stuff.
When you look at the list of players that have done that, a lot of Hall of Famers that are on that thing. I mean, he could have some kind of a career ahead of him.
He takes off, and a stolen base on a close play. Number 23, he went to that bag hard. 23 steals for Castro.
Well, James McDonald has really done a much better job this year of getting that ball to the plate in a hurry. Cut down on his leg kick. So he gives the catchers a chance. And see, that was pretty close. It's all about the leg kick, how high you bring that knee up. If you keep it down a little bit, try to slide step, your catcher will have an opportunity to make a play for you.
And a pop up. McCutcheon. Castillo flies out to center field. Castro still at second with 1 out. Two ball game. Darwin Barney comes to the plate. Now the Dodgers defeated the Giants earlier 3-2. And the Cardinals are trailing at home to the Brewers 3-1 in the third. The Dodgers now trail by 1 game pending the outcome of that Cardinal contest against the Brewers. Pirates at the moment a game and a half. Back is St. Louis. Cardinals lost in 13 last night, 2 in the morning in St. Louis when Ryan Braun homered. Game-winning home run. 0-1 count on Darwin Barney with Castro at second. And another pop-up. Easy for Brock Holt. 2 outs. Subscribe to MLB.tv to take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
2 outs. Go ahead, run in scoring position. Number 8 hitter. Oh, it's a pitcher. Just saying.
Castro, a base hit and a stolen base. Tonight, Dale Schwame bats his pitcher 8 for the first time this season. So he's hoping to get a couple leadoff men on at the top and let Campana steal the bases in front of DeJesus.
Why not batting leadoff?
I didn't ask.
If that's a good idea, a good way to. I'm not going to get into that.
No, we'll have time. Let's see. We got Bob against Big Blue. We got Bob against the batting order. We got a lot of stuff to get to. 2-2.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Back here, bottom of the fourth inning. 2-2 ball game. Pedro Alvarez, 2-run single in the first. Takes ball one. Alex Presley next, and then Clint Barmas. 73 RBIs now in the season for Alvarez. 2-0. Line drive to right field, over the head of DeJesus. Alvarez into second with a double.
Not well played. Looking up at the scoreboard, he wants to see what he did. But obviously just totally misjudged how hard that ball was hit. That's what happened. At one point he realized, well, I might as well just turn and run because I'm not going to come anywhere close to that ball.
The DeJesus, right fielder, really helping play that ball into a double, but a line drive off of Alvarez's bat as Presley struck out in the first.
Alex needs to get something pulled to that right side, whether it's a base hit, fly ball to right, ground ball, anything. Just get out and pull that ball. Worst case scenario is you Pedro to third.
Knocked it down, and now Alvarez caught between second and third base and slips along the way as Samardzija goes right after him and tags him.
Now Pedro, once he got out there and realized that that ball was not going to get by the pitcher, he tried to get in some kind of a rundown, hopefully so Presley could get to second base. But Samardzija was able to circle around, cut him off right there and run him back. If Samardzija would have threw that ball to second when Pedro faked like he was going back, now they're going to have to run him to third, maybe throw the ball to third, turn him around, run him back. While all that was going on, perhaps Preston would have got to second base. That was what Pedro would have liked to have done. Samardzija did a good job of cutting him off the pass and then running him down himself. Obviously, he is probably a little bit better athlete than your average pitcher.
Presley with 9 steals and 14 tries. Barmes at the plate.
Trying to think. I saw a picture years ago. Might even been when I was playing. Right, a similar thing went over there, and the runner put like a little move, kind of like what Alvarez did, fake left, go right type deal, and the pitcher ended up spraining his ankle so bad.
Really?
Trying to tag him that they had to take him off the field. He was done.
Fly ball towards center.
Could have got him to third. This would have scored him. But couldn't get it done.
2 outs. Check out our answer. Trivia question. Starling Castro, 500th career hit last night. Only other active player to accomplish this feat before turning 23, as Rod Barajas comes to the plate. Rod, 567 hits prior to turning 23 while with the Mariners. He had 567 hits before his 23rd birthday. Opponents have stolen 15 bases against Samardzija this season in 20 tries.
Not much of a step on that pickoff throw. Close to being a balk.
This ball hit toward right center field, but Campana will track it down. A 10-pitch inning for Samardzija. 2-2 score.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealers. Life is all about the ride. See your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers today for a great car with a great deal. And by Day Automotive. We're gonna make your day. Let's go, Bucks.
2-2 on to the 5th. Second game of 3 with the Cubbies. After some kind of downpour in Western PA this morning. Nice night. Beautiful city, beautiful ballpark. We believe that after tonight, Pirates have 10 regular season home games left. Go to Pirates.com, get your tickets. Bucks Cubs tomorrow, and on the road to Cincy and Chicago. Back home, a brief 3-game homestand against the Brewers, and on the road again. 1-1 count on Tony Campana. Goes the other way. Marte over. And a fair ball. And into the seats. A double.
Good thing there wasn't a guy at second when he hit that. You know what I mean, Greg?
Yep.
About a foot in fair territory, and of course the spin kicked it into the seats immediately.
To Jesus. Pop just short his first time up, single to right in the third. Singled and scored in the third to tie the game. Alfonso Soriano got the Cubs on the board with his 27th home run in the second after the Pirates had scored 2 in the first.
Jesus trying to do what Presley was trying to do. Get that ball hit on the right side. He wants to move Campana to third. Campana might be a little tougher to tag out than Pedro was.
1 strike. They're watching tonight at the huddle. And Becco, part of the maintenance crew, grounds crew here at PNC Park. And there goes the runner. Campana is going to steal third base.
He did not wait around to see if De Jesus was going to pull the ball. You have somebody with such a phenomenal success ratio. You got to figure that you know, with the numbers that the Pirates have, stopping the steals, which aren't good, the Campana is just going to run every chance he gets. Every chance he gets.
Now the infield in as the Cubs try to take the lead.
Contact here, Greg? I'm going to say no.
Okay, I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no until they get to. If there was one out, they'd do it. But with nobody out, they're going to wait.
All right.
We don't have Big Blue program for this. So
fouled out of play.
Didn't break. Froze. Thought he might flinch on that contact. Let us know what he was doing. Of course, it could be changed too. You can change pitch by pitch.
And he walked him.
We're going on contact now.
First and third for Valbuena. Last time Valbuena hit into a 6-3 double play. With runners at first and third. Pitch probability time. Big Blue.
Good time for it. You can see what J-Mac normally uses. He starts him off with a fastball in these situations. It's -3, Big Blue. I'm going to guess fastball here. What's Big Blue going to guess? I'm going fastball.
Moving here to left. Marte. Throw to second. Showing off that arm of his. It is some kind of arm he's got. It's a sacrifice fly and a 3-2 lead for the Cubs.
That fastball, trying to get it in, missed his spot with it, but still got the out. Let that ball drift over the outside corner. Marte doing exactly what he was supposed to do. Keep that runner over at first base. Keep him out of scoring position. Keep the double play in order.
Anthony Rizzo, the batter.
By the way, Big Blue and I were both right there. Big Blue goes to -2. I'm +1.
Okay.
I think I can sit on my +1 for a while. I don't have to guess for one.
Bounce to first. Jones. 1. Not in time to double up Anthony Rizzo.
Good job by everybody there. J-Mac got over. Like Barmas, the throw a little on the high side. That's always the tough double play to get when you got to have the pitcher get involved. J-Mac had to come up off the base. He was going to be safe anyway. But he did have to come off the base to make that catch. James, like Samardzija, is very athletic. Played a lot of outfield in the beginning of his career in the minor leagues.
Struck out Soriano in the third, but Soriano homered off of him in the second.
Blues calling for a fastball here on that 1-0 count. And he nailed it. -1.
Getting there.
Now is when it's tough, though. The 1-1 pitches. This is when guessing's tough. He's all over the place with this one. Calling fastball. They're both wrong. Back to 0 now. Actually, I'm going to give Blue the benefit of the doubt because he was 50-50. He didn't make a call. He sat on the fence.
So what's the score? This is going to be fun to do this all year. Keep this score. Bob Walk against Big Blue.
What's interesting to me is you can see with the count how the fastball percentages go way up and way down.
3-1.
Now this is the situation where there is one little variable that I would like to add to this, which is the inning. Now see how fastball jumped up to 95% on 3-1 counts? Well, as you get later into a ball game and it's close like this one is, you can't necessarily be giving in the hitters on 3-1 counts. 95%, and there was your fastball. And if you ever wondered why you talk about 2-0 counts and 3-1 counts being hitters counts, well, there's the reason. Because that's when they're most likely to get the fastball, and they can just sit on it. That 3-1 pitch is the greatest count in the world if you're a hitter. You just sit on fastball, and most of the time, 9 out of 10, you're going to get it.
Lifted toward the seats. Still 3-2.
As a general rule, 9 out of 10. But I think as you get later in the ball game, you see a lot less 3-1, 2-0 fastballs in those accounts, in those at bats where you can win a ball game. The pitcher, to be at this level, has to be able to throw different pitches in those situations if he wants to be successful major leaguer.
Pulls that breaking ball foul.
And here's another little variable type thing. There's a breaking ball and then there's a breaking ball. They're two different pitches. So you can just feather one in there for a strike because it's a 3-2 pitch, or you can throw in that real good one and hope you get a chase. Both of them are breaking balls, but they're two different pitches.
Line towards center field. McCutchen back, and he makes the catch.
Got that speed to run those babies down. Nice.
Donald leads off, and it's a fly ball to left field. And Soriano will make the catch. Let's go downstairs to Dan Potash.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Well, with Brock Holt coming to the plate, I guess it only makes sense that we speak to his mother, Galen Holt. We saw you last on Sunday when Brock had his first ever start. You seem like you've relaxed just a little bit since then.
Actually, I wasn't too nervous then. I just, I guess I just looked at it as the Lord got him there and he's going to get him through it. So I really wasn't nervous. I was just more excited, I think.
Well, he's obviously done very well. This is your first trip to Pittsburgh. You're trying to explore the city and watch his every move. Can you get a moment to sleep?
I slept really good last night. Probably not a whole lot leading up to it. So, but now it's starting to sink in a little bit. But it's still, I look out there on the field and see my son, and it's pretty emotional.
Well, despite being on live TV, we're watching him at the plate. What are your feelings like?
I think he's going to get hit. Got to be optimistic in this game.
Oh, robbed of a hit, looks like. Oh, he was, boy.
All right.
I won't hold you to that.
That's right.
Well, Big Blue didn't make a prediction, Dan, so.
He just went a hit. No.
What was that? Big Blue made a prediction?
No, did not make one.
Did not. Okay.
We'll get back to Mrs. Holt next time.
Okay. Well, we'll say that we'll give you a rain check on the prediction, but I have a feeling that he'll make good on it down the line.
All right. Yeah. There's a few more at bats tonight, so I think we'll be all right.
Enjoy your rest of your stay in Pittsburgh. We'll see you soon.
So much. Thanks,
guys.
Thanks to Dan and Brock's mom. As you can tell, very proud, and as she said, she gets emotional. Fort Worth, Texas. Brock Holt, Pirates' 9th round pick 3 years ago out of Rice University. His first week in the major leagues.
I saw some of that athleticism of Samardzija again on that play. Holt certainly has a lot of quickness. Samardzija able to beat him to the back.
Two count on Starling Marte. Full count. Marte returned to the lineup yesterday. Was out since the middle of August with an oblique strain. And again, Samardzija makes his final start of the season tonight.
He's trying to make it a good one.
Five days ago against the Nationals, 7 innings, 1 run, 7 hits. Cubs lost that one 2-1. Strikes out Marte looking. Samardzija 5 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3. The Pirates go down. Elin Holt reacts to what she thought might be a hit, but robbed by Rizzo. Barrel Automotive League leaders. Players with 3 hit games this season, and the number of 3 hit games. Andrew McCutchen and Michael Bourne of the Braves each with 17. Ryan Braun 16. 3 players tied with 13, and Starlin Castro with a dozen. Barrel Automotive, we're driven to be better. McCutchen and Michael Bourne 17 3-hit games. Castro a 3-hit game last night. Tonight 1 for 2. Talked about that elite list of young players collecting 500 hits before turning 23. He's the 28th player in the history of the game. I already mentioned A-Rod, the only other active player, but Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Al Kaline, Mickey Mantle, Jimmy Fox, Robin Yount, Ty Cobb, Johnny Bench, Orlando Cepeda. Pretty good
list, isn't it? It's just incredible. The names are on there. That's the company that he's keeping right now.
McDonald a 1-2-3 first, gave up the leadoff home run to Soriano in the second, and a 1-out double to the catcher Wellington Castillo. He was stranded. Third inning began with a base hit from Tony Campana. David DeJesus followed, and then he got Valbuena to hit into a double play, but that scored the tying run. In the fourth inning, Castro led off with a hit and stole second, but he was left stranded there as McDonald retired the next three without Castro moving. And he is aboard to start the sixth. Bring the whole family to cheer on the Buccos tomorrow. Pirates Cubs 1:35. All fans 14 and under take home one of these Neil Walker Fathead Jr. wall decals thanks to Trib Total Media. And of course, come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street. Stay after the game. Kids can run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. For tickets, go to pirates.com. There's Neil Walker. Walker hoping to be running the bases himself soon. Back on that field. Now with a tight lower back for a while. Wellington Castillo takes a strike. He's doubled and flied out. Recalled from AAA Iowa July 31st, hitting close to 300 since this latest recall. Pitch out, but Castro was not on the move. Stole his 23rd base of the year in the fourth.
I just had a thought, Greg, that the pitch prediction would really be handy for base stealers to look at before the game.
Yeah. To center field toward the track, McCutchen. We saw Neil Walker in the dugout, our AGH Sports Medicine injury update. Walker once again today out taking ground balls. He was out there yesterday doing the same and took some swings in the cages.
You said that?
You just cannot predict exactly when he'll be back.
Now think about that, what I'm saying about the predictions. If you're a base dealer type and you have that kind of information, before the game you look at the guys that are hitting behind you in the lineup, say the next three guys, and match them up with the pitcher and look at all the different counts and find when is he most likely to be throwing that breaking ball, because of course that's when you want to run on breaking ball counts. Almost 70% fastballs here. Not when you want to run, unless you get a curveball. We're going to have to change some of these. These numbers obviously must evolve a little bit.
I would think so. I'm sure they do.
Big Blue is below the Mendoza line right now. Okay, now look at here 0-1. This is when you want to run. Look at all the numbers. And he got the breaking ball that
should have run.
See, it was more than 50% off speed right there. All you have to do is just check the fastball numbers, and anytime it's under 50, that's when you want to run.
Under 50.
Definitely a running count.
Old foul.
And of course, when did the Pirates pitch out? 0-1 count, running count. And that's when a pitch out is least likely to hurt you if you don't guess right also, because now the count just goes back to even 1-1. Not that big of a deal.
And that's pulled. Tony Watson loosens in the Pirates bullpen. Chris Resop also up. McDonald at the 86 pitch mark. 1-2 strike count on Darwin Barney. He's bounced to short, popped to second.
Oh, look at this, Greg. 1-2 count, curveball 43% of the time. Average usage is 18%. On all other counts, or all the counts combined, he normally throws a curveball 18% of the time. But there on a 1-2 count, he throws it 43% of the time. Again, back to, if you're a base stealer, this is the stuff that you need to be knowing about the pitcher, the starting pitcher that day. You got to know when's he going to throw that breaking ball, the off-speed stuff.
Base hit to center. First and second.
Look again. I'm going to say that was a fastball. Two-seam. Two-seam fastball.
Shot from the AGH cam. Here comes Ray Searage with 2 on and 1 out. And the pitcher Jeff Samardzija to the plate. When was the last time we saw a Pirate coach or player wearing a jacket during a game? Well, it's 66 degrees at game time.
Was it yesterday?
No.
It was a sticky, humid night last night. Definitely with a. There was a couple of showers kind of moved through this morning.
Cold front.
Took moved a little cold air into the area.
Not bad those showers.
No, just a couple of sprinkles here and there. Some cold air with it. Surprised the water's still below the bridge after this morning's rain. Definitely it came down rather hard for a while.
Two on, 1 out. And Jeff Samardzija. He's grounded out twice. Pirates corner infielders are in.
Normally you would be trying to sacrifice bunt if you're a pitcher in this situation. You want to lay that bunt down on the third base side. Watching Barmas, the shortstop, see which way he goes. If he goes to second, you're bunting. If he goes to third, you're pulling the bat back a little bit and just trying to punch the ball through the middle of the infield like you're playing pepper. See, Pedro has to play back right now. Garrett sneaking in first. Of course, if you deaden the ball right on the edge of the grass, doesn't matter where you bunt it.
Enhance your Pirates at-home experience on Root Sports Game Connect, an interactive second screen experience. You can find live game stats and interact with us and fellow Bucco fans watching the game tonight. Game Connect, a better way to connect with the game than ever before. Connect now at rootsports.com. See some other statistics. And you also see that Clint Hurdle is going to the bullpen with the left-handed hitter Tony Campana, to be followed by 3 straight left-handed bats. He is going to Tony Watson. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Pirates look to Watson to get the last out here in the 6th.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Burger King. Come play family food where every game piece has a prize. Let's go Bucks!
(3-2) baseball game. What do we got going here, Bob?
I think you got to
guess how many.
You got to guess how many baseballs are in the trunk.
What's your guess?
Consult Big Blue on this one. I would say there's. Let me look real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right there. 10. There's 419. 419.
What's Big Blue say?
Does not compute. Danger. Danger. You ever watch Lost in Space?
I saw that a couple times, yeah. Wasn't a big fan, to be honest with you. It scared me. Tony Campana at the plate against the lefty Watson.
Watch a bunt. Super quick, bringing in a lefty. Might not be real confident about getting the hit. He might try to score a run laying one down, especially to the first base side with that left-hand pitcher.
A strike on Campana. And a single doubled, scored a pair, stolen a base. Bounce to third and on to first. Big out there from Tony Watson. Big time out from the lefty. McDonald goes 5 2/3, gives up 3 runs on 7 hits. A couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts, a home run.
Jim does not look real happy right now.
Not at all.
I don't know what he could be talking about. But, I mean, the only guess is, and this is just a guess, he perhaps didn't want to come out of the game there. I don't know. He definitely didn't look happy.
The Bucks down a run. McCutchen has been hit by a pitch and struck out, and he's in the hole 0-2. McDonald threw 90 pitches, 56 for strikes. That was the 71st pitch thrown by Samardzija. How would you rate this start by J-Mac? Okay?
Well, yeah, it's 7 hits, 3 runs, 5 2/3. Well, it's you know, we talk about the quote unquote quality start of being just an okay start. Well, this doesn't reach the criteria for a book quality start. It was just enough. I mean, you look at it. You're through 6 innings. You're only 1 run down. You got a chance to win the ball game. That's the positive stuff. But then, you know, you don't like the fact that you are a run down.
Saw Barmas on the bench.
Not a bad start, but not really all that good either.
Looked like Barmas was even trying to console.
Yeah, I think
Donald.
that's exactly what we're looking at. Not happy. He's going back over some of the numbers, some of the at bats right there, trying to figure out what happened. That's the pitching chart that shows everything he threw. That's the old school.
So what he's doing, Bob, he's going now batter by batter, kind of pitch by pitch. I threw him this pitch.
And maybe talking about why he did something, or you know, why didn't we go a different way? Let's see, Brawlhaus is sitting there next to him, and there's the question to Rod, like, why did we do this there? You know, maybe he's not upset about coming out of the ball game. Maybe he's upset about the way they pitched somebody tonight. And that's what they're looking at. Although
hit in the air to left, Soriano coming in.
I'm thinking they're looking at the bottom of that pitching chart down where Campana is. I think they're talking about Campana.
Campana's 2 for 3. Line single to center, doubled the other way.
That's where they were looking at Campana's area, where he would be on the pitching chart. Campana had a couple of hits off of him. He came out of the game right in front of Campana. If you wanted me to make my best guess to try and beat Big Blue, it would be that discussion is about why did I come out in front of Campana, and why did we, and this is why I did what I did against him earlier in the game, and you know, that's sort of a discussion. It's just normal stuff. There's nothing abnormal about it. In fact, it would be abnormal not to talk about it. James is going to head on back to the clubhouse. Night is over for him.
Alvarez bounces to third. Valbuena on to first, and Samardzija retires the Pirates in order for the second straight inning. He set down 9 in a row. Steelers, Pitt, and WVU during our press conference Tuesdays. Hear from head coaches Mike Tomlin, Paul Christ, and Dana Holgerson as they break down every game and preview their upcoming opponent. Press conference Tuesday, every Tuesday starting at noon on Root Sports. The Steelers, of course, going to wrap up a game against Denver, and Coach Tomlin will talk about that. Plus, he'll be previewing the Jets game in Week 2. Pitt going to get ready for Virginia Tech, and WVU prepares for JMU. David DeJesus, strike one, top of the order. Valbuena next, then Rizzo. Pirates down 1 in the 7th. DeJesus 1 for 2 plus a walk against James McDonald. Watson got left-handed batting Tony Campana to end the 6th. And 3 more to face in succession. DeJesus, Valbuena, and Rizzo. Ball 2 strike count. Jared Hughes up. Got him.
Pretty good slider by Watson. That's been something that's helped him out a lot this year, is developing that pitch right there. He's added a little velocity to his fastball. Still has great numbers against right-hand hitters, but that slider has really made him much more effective against the lefties. That fastball of 94. His average velocity this year is up close to 2 miles an hour on his fastball.
Thinking of bunting, takes the ball in the dirt, 1-1.
I was kind of thinking that Campana might do with the lefty on the mound, and runner at third, 2 outs. Valbuena was contemplating trying to bring that ball with him over that first base side. That's the side you want to put a ball on with a left-hand pitcher. Watson finishes pretty straight up and down, but a lot of lefties, they'll fall off over there. It takes them just a moment to stop their momentum and turn and go get that bunt or cover first, whatever the play calls for.
Two and 1. Three balls and a strike on Luis Valbuena. Lined out in the first inning. A nice play by Garrett Jones to rob him of extra bases. He hit into a double play in the third that did bring in a run. No RBI, of course, but he picked up an RBI in the 5th inning. The sacrifice fly to left. 3-1 count. And a one out base runner is Valbuena. And brings up Anthony Rizzo. Join the Pirates tomorrow, Grandparents' Day, presented by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Get your picture taken with Pirates mascots and make your own Grandparents' Day card on Federal Street before the game. Plus, purchase discounted game tickets and much more. For your tickets, go to pirates.com/grandparents. Finishing up the homestand tomorrow against the Cubs. Anthony Rizzo, 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. And toward the right center gap. A base hit will put runners at first and third.
I imagine we'll see Hughes now with Soriano coming up, just 1 out. Not a bad pitch. Watch the location, a little breaking ball down and away. Perfect spot. just reaching out, flicking it. Kind of like we've seen Garrett Jones hit a lot of balls of late like that, where he goes and hooks that down and away pitch on a line to the outfield. And, certainly are going to see Hughes come in and see if he can roll a double play ball from Soriano.
First and third, one out in the seventh. Here comes Jared Hughes. Thursday, Baldwin takes on Penn Hills. Heated Quad A matchup. Be here for the live kickoff, 7 o'clock. Tune in Thursday nights this fall for another season of McDonald's High School football on Root Sports. Baldwin's Dorian Brown, one of the Whipple's top rushers. Last week he ran for 167 yards, a couple of TDs against Plum. Also caught a 64-yard TD pass. McDonald's High School football on Root Sports continuing on Thursday. Baldwin, Penn Hills. Here's Jared Hughes.
Looking for a ground ball, right-hander up there. This is exactly what you want to do. Bring in Jared Hughes with that sinker. Gotta hope Soriano rolls his hands over here, huh?
That's what you gotta hope for here. He has hit into 16 double plays. Leads the club in that department.
What's Big Blue say that he's going to get, I think? Big Blue says on 0-1 pitches, Soriano is going to see from Hughes the majority of the time. 73% fastballs. Most those fastballs 9 out of 10. He's an easy one to predict.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You could have predicted Jared's pitches with one of those computers with the tubes in them.
And 2-1 now.
Jared's best pitch is the sinking fastball, the two-seamer. He throws in the low 90s, keeps it down around the knees. That's his bread and butter. And most relief pitchers you will see, I think, their average much closer to their average, no matter what the count is. It's not going to vary a lot.
Falls behind him 3-1.
He's probably not going to throw a breaking ball here. Let's check it out. Just 98.5. He's going to throw a fastball. It's not. I think you could set on fastball 3-1 with Jared.
3-2.
Isn't that funny?
Incredible.
Now you're talking a very good major league hitter. Great lifetime stats. He knows he's getting a fastball 99% of the time, and yet he swings at a ball in the dirt.
First time Soriano has seen Jared Hughes.
When you see things like that, it makes you wonder, do they decide like right now, okay, I'm going to swing at this pitch before the pitcher is even nodded yes?
Struck him out. Runner goes from first. No throw down. Stolen base for Rizzo. 2 outs.
Did not see a strike the entire at bat. Look at the cluster, Greg. Every pitch out of the strike zone, and he goes down on strikes.
By a bunch, too.
Yeah, now see, that's, you're talking an accomplished major league hitter. Now, some of that you have to like say, well, I guess, you know, Jared Hughes' sinker is that good that even when he got way ahead and could sit there and just look for nothing but belt high stuff, he still he couldn't resist temptation. He had to swing at those pitches down. Now that's the same pitch. Castro takes it easily. .8% of the time.
First strike.
I'll bet you 90-some% he throws fastballs 1-1. Oh, I'm wrong. 87. This is his. Now this is a breaking ball count for Jared. Doesn't throw too many, but this is when he might spin one up there. Nope.
Shot toward third. Goes across and got him. And Jared Hughes. 2 big outs.
Sinker, sinker, sinker.
Tonight's 7th inning stretch is presented by the new face of Northwood Realty Services. 3-2 Cubs. As always, beautiful shots from the HEH cam. Pirates Cubs playing the middle game of their 3-game series. And Alex Presley leads things off against Jeff Samardzija, who's retired 9 in a row, and a bunt. Valbuena gets him. Nicely done.
Good job by Valbuena. Good job by Samardzija getting out of the way, getting involved. Samardzija peeling off, getting out of there, and letting the guy that gets paid to make those plays handle the ball. You can see how close it is at first base. It's less than a half a step, and that's why it has to be perfect. If Samardzija is even in the way for a blink of the eye, just has to mess him up just a little bit. That's all Presley would have needed to be safe.
Strike on Barmes, 1-1. Samardzija has set down 10 in a row and 18 of the last 19 batters since the 2-run single by Alvarez in the first. Next weekly hit to first and 2 away. Jeff Samardzija in his final start of the season. He's thrown 83 pitches. He's allowed 3 hits. 2 of them coming in that first inning. Rob Barajas has hit the ball well a couple of times, but nothing to show for it. A ball to the warning track and left his first time, and to the right center alley in the 4th inning. Pirates have had a power outage after hitting 3 homers in Milwaukee on Sunday. And 8 homers in 5 games. They have yet to go deep in the first 4 games of this homestand.
Find a big palm tree.
That's right.
24 steps north.
Rivers Casino tips to win a treasure map.
Treasure map to victory. We have not found those home run balls yet.
12 representing Barmes, of course, the glove, and 53 J Mac, and 24 Pedro Alvarez. Turn north 24 paces. The home run ball.
Pretty good breeze blowing out to left field today. Would that'd be to the north also, wouldn't it?
Tonight too, a pretty decent breeze. Toward left.
Isn't that what I just said? What did I say?
I'm just agreeing with you.
Well, there's always a first time.
Oh, you said today. I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. As you can see, it's definitely nightfall. Come on, we all know that.
Thought maybe for a second you were agreeing with me.
Nope, will not happen. Fouled off.
Almost tucked that one inside the second base bag. What a rare miss by one of the ball girls down the line. Doesn't happen very often.
35,661. On hand tonight, nearly 33,000 last night. Pirates looking for a comeback here to even this series, and not only thinking about the Cardinals, who have lost 7 of 10, but starting to look over their shoulders at the Brewers, who've won 13 of 17. The Brewers are now just 4.5 back of the Pirates, and they lead the Cardinals tonight 3-1 in the 6th. Hard hit, but Castro is there and throws the ball away
into the dugout.
And I mean, he could have stopped and routine. I mean, Barajas is one of the slowest players in the league, and Castro just uncorks that throw well past Rizzo, his 23rd error of the season. Well, Josh Harrison will pinch run.
Definitely a mistake. You got to know who's running, know how much time you have. There's no reason to be falling backwards and then throw that ball sidearm. He did have time to set his feet, make a better throw than that.
Now, Jeff Samardzija has a runner at second with 2 outs. It's Josh Harrison and Jeff Clement. Little pinch hit for Hughes.
Josh out there trying to stretch his legs a little bit.
And now Valbuena trying to keep Castro in the game, console him a little bit.
I can't do anything about it now. It's over with. Just have to learn from your mistakes. He's had a lot of experience already at this level, but he's still a very young man. No mistake there.
Chris Basio came out with a scouting report on Clement. Jeff Clement. Not like the former Cub, Matt Clement. Reminded that. Good buddy in the truck, Pete Toma, our director. Not let me go. That mispronunciation of the last name is Jeff Clement. Matt coaches basketball up at Butler high school team. Strike is called. 1-1. Good guy. I think injury shortened his career. Matt Clement, one-time Cubs pitcher, and Josh Harrison, one-time Cubs minor leaguer. And Clement lines one to right field. This will tie the game. He rips it off the Clemente wall and right. Jeff Clement ties it at 3. A pinch hit, single off the wall. His first hit in the big leagues this season.
Had a little more air underneath that. He gave the Pirates the lead. Absolutely scorched that ball off the wall. And the Cubs opened the door a little bit. And the Pirates taking advantage.
You can see that great shot of Jeff at first base. Luis Silverio, pat on the back, congratulating him. He could not contain himself with that big smile, man. He is awfully happy to contribute in a long road back. And able to Luis Silverio. Don't forget the Zoltan now. Been 2 years since his last big league hit, and on the other end, Castro.
That's his run.
Yep. An unearned run as Harrison, the pinch runner, scores on the Clement pinch hit, single to right.
Long single.
Yeah.
Ball hit about 10 feet from the top. 3/4 of the way up. 2/3, I guess.
James Russell in the Cub pen. Jason Grilly for the Pirates. Four hits of Samardzija. Brock Holt lifts it to Soriano on left. The Pirates get some 2-out action, and Castro opened the door for Jeff Clement. 3-3. defense brought to you by Home Depot. First inning, Luis Valbuena robbed by Garrett Jones. Second batter of the game. Home Depot doing more on defense. Samardzija looks like Basio checking on him.
He's pitched extremely well. Yeah. Gave up that unearned run. That's it. He's pitched great for him all year. No run support to speak of. It's Grilly's excellent numbers. 78 strikeouts, just 18 walks this season. Phenomenal eighth inning guy.
Grilly appearing in his 56th game. Faces the 6, 7, and 8 men in the order. That's Castillo, Barney, and Samardzija. Castillo 1 for 3 against McDonald. Pass along our best wishes to Larry Fagan, undergoing a liver transplant. Happy birthday to Kay, his mom, who will turn 87 tomorrow. Ball, 1 strike on Castillo. Ball, 1 strike on Castillo. Doubled to left in the second, flied out to center field twice. Broken bat, a flare. Barrel winds up near the rolled up tarp. Castillo with his second hit.
Yeah, good pitch. Bad results, all. Chopped that in half like an axe. Splinters flying everywhere.
I think he was trying to stab
you. Barney bunt. We're going to authenticate that one, Greg?
That or study it.
It's for the wood stove, isn't it?
Takes in the dirt.
No punting.
He's 1 for 3. Samardzija out on deck. High heat. 1 ball, 1 strike on Barney.
Probably a little bit on the high side. Got him to chase it. That was the location that got Barney more than anything. Grilly's a tough guy to hit and run against also, if you're thinking along those lines, because he gets so many swings and misses. He's not a pitch to contact type guy. Now that there's 2 strikes, it absolutely takes away that play.
Darwin Barney, one of the toughest men in the league to strike out. Pirates have tied it up with 2 outs. The pinch hit single by Jeff Clement. 3-all now in the 8th. Sawed him off, rolled to third.
Yeah, it worked like a bunt. 2 bats in a row he's come in and broke. See that, Barney? Got a congratulations. Hey, way to get the bat sawed off in your hand.
Samardzija 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Hitting 8th.
What is this? Is this his 3rd at bat with runners in scoring position tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say the number 8 spot has backfired on him tonight.
Taken for a ball. The Cubs hitting .236 this season in these situations. 0 for 9 tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1. Last pitch really did not get the call on. Bounce left side, Alvarez to his left. A quick look to second, guns to first, 2 outs. And now Grilli will face the pesky Tony Campana. Been quite a year for Jason Grilli. Saw the numbers up on your screen. Been one of the top setup men in all of baseball. The 8th inning pretty much has belonged to Grilli. Joined the Pirates last year. Started the 2011 season at AAA with the Phillies organization. Strikeouts per 9 innings among relievers. Grilli behind Craig Kimbrell of the Braves and Aroldis Chapman. Campana has scored 2 of the Cubs' 3 runs. Led off the 3rd inning with a base hit and scored on the double play ball hit by Valbuena. Led off the 5th inning, doubled, stole 3rd, and scored on the Valbuena sacrifice fly. 3-3 in the 8th. One ball, 1 strike. Bucks will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters due up in the bottom of the 8th. $35,661 on a cool night in the Berg with fireworks to follow. Goes to 2-1. Bucks 42-28 here at home this season. 1 home win shy of their best overall single season record here at PNC Park. Now 3-1. Another left-hand hitter, David DeJesus, on deck. Castillo, second base, 2 outs, 3-1 count.
Be real comfortable with a strike 3 pitcher, Greg. I didn't want him to put one in play. Just kind of tries to slap the ball.
He's aboard with a walk.
That kind of a hitter in that situation kind of made me a little nervous. Because he's likely not to hit a ball all that hard, just kind of flare one out there. So you're not going to really have a good shot at the plate. Takes the walk instead, and now Gurley can start over. We'll have to deal with the 3-ball count. Had the open base and used it. Tried to throw a pitcher's pitch.
Jesus tonight on base a couple of times. Base hit in 3 at-bats plus a walk.
We were looking earlier at Hughes' numbers. You can see what Gurley throws. A little over a half fastball, but not much.
Line to right field and a base hit. Now Castillo does not run well and is kind of plodding along, and a chance at the plate, a safe call. Gurley thinks he didn't hit the plate, and the Cubs lead 4-3. Castillo looked like he was running in quicksand around third base.
Most catchers aren't all that fast, and he definitely had a shot at him. Ball's hit fairly hard. Got a slider on the inside corner. Does he get the plate? Oh yeah, right in the middle of it. Watch his left hand. Looked like it went right on top of the plate. Yeah, it didn't ever get tagged anyway. You can see nothing but air on the sweep tag.
Really said never touch the plate, but of course, as we saw,
wasn't tagged either. I think that's just frustration on Gurley's part.
Cubs now lead 4-3.
These are, much more stressful situations than a couple of months ago. They're always stressful, but now you're looking at that scoreboard. You see the Dodgers won, but St. Louis is getting beat tonight. You got the big hit earlier to tie the ball game. After the error, it hurts to give up that go-ahead run.
And runner will take off for second uncontested.
De Jesus didn't even run. He just kind of walked to second base. He was daring McHenry to throw the ball. That was almost like one of those Little League plays.
4th stolen base of the night against the Pirates. Out looking. Pirates down a run again. Now with 2 more innings to go. Really fired up. Down 1. Pirates down a run here. Starling Marte leads off, and he bunts the ball foul. Sacrificed in the first, bunting Holt to second. He popped up his second at bat and struck out in the fifth. So Marte has given up 4 hits, 3 runs, just 2 of them earned.
He's about to throw pitch number 100.
Really gives up a go-ahead run. Oh, 2. High pitch count for the year, 113. It was back in May. Threw 104 pitches against the Brewers. 108 pitches against the Nats last time out. Trying to go 3-0 in his career here at PNC Park. July 23rd, he went 8 innings of 1-hit shutout ball against the Pirates. And a 2-0 Cubs win. This is his 33rd major league start.
See, when he gets ready to throw home, he sets that split finger forkball type pitch in his glove. That's the hardest grip for him to get. And there it was. He stayed with it. He can easily change to a fastball or perhaps a slider out of that forkball grip, but it's hard if you set fastball and then try to go to this pitch right here, that splitter. You can see how wide he splits his fingers. The ball comes out. It has very little backspin because of that grip, and the ball doesn't get to the plate nearly as soon. It takes 10 miles an hour off the pitch. And because of the lack of backspin, it doesn't want to stay straight. It wants to drop real quick. It allows gravity to go ahead and do its work on the baseball. You don't have that aerodynamic forces working on the baseball when you have good backspin.
McCutchen has been hit by a pitch and since then has struck out swinging twice and is in the hole 0-2. His average dipped to .341, 5 percentage points behind the suspended Giants outfielder Melky Cabrera. So Marja with 7 strikeouts, make it 8. Gets McCutchen for the 3rd straight time.
He's feeling strong. That's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball he just threw by McCutchen. Here it is again, and that's pitch number 106 on the night. He's not losing anything.
Here's Garrett Jones, a walk, ground out a fly out. Got under it.
It looked like Garrett trying to put one over the fence and just got underneath it a little too much.
Pirates go down in order, head to the 9th, down 4-3.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Down a run as we go to the 9th. Chris Rhysop will be the 5th Pirates pitcher.
See Chris's numbers on the year. It certainly has to have a good top of the 9th. Hold the fort. The Bucks a chance. Get down toward the bottom of the inning. Got Pedro Alvarez, lots of power leading off. He can tie it up with one swing. Gotta just keep it here. Nobody walks. Chris has been throwing a lot of strikes. He has almost 70 innings, only 20 base on balls.
Anthony Rizzo leads off. Rizzo on base a couple of times. Samardzija 3 outs away from picking up his 9th win. So Andy Corpus up in the bullpen to start of the inning. Just now is going to sit down. Closer is Carlos Marmol. One and two on Rizzo. Looking as though there's Marmol looking as though Dale Schwame going to let Samardzija try and finish this thing off.
Surprising since he let him hit with a tying run on base in the 8th inning.
Still 2-2. Wellington Castillo is catcher.
Talking about Alvarez, I think.
Right to Barmes. Check out our Nissan Road Ahead. Final game of the series here at PNC Park tomorrow. A couple of left-handers. Jeff Locke for the Bucks. Chris Rusin for the Cubs. Jeff Locke without the hood. Travis Snyder could be available as a pinch hitter, according to Clint Hurdle. Reds are leading their game 5-1 in the 8th. Jay Bruce at his 33rd. Brandon Phillips is 16th. Brewers leading the Cardinals 4-2 in the 7th. Ricky Weeks at his 17th for the Brewers. You know the Dodgers beat the Giants. Two on Soriano.
Bounce 3 more of them right there. He'll swing at one of them.
homered in the second, number 27 on the year. Two and two.
Supposed to swing at that one, wasn't he?
Rysop pitched Tuesday night, gave up a couple of runs in the 6-2 win over Houston. He relieved Wandy Rodriguez, who had gone 7 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. And it stays 2 and 2.
Getting late. Maybe to the 9th inning we finally get that souvenir.
Now Marmol up.
They're keeping us guessing, aren't they?
There's Brock Holt. 2 outs. Starling Castro. Pedro Alvarez will lead off in the bottom of the 9th inning, then Presley and Barmas, and if somebody gets on, McHenry. Pedro tonight, a couple of hits, 2-run single in the first.
Looks like he's going to get his job accomplished.
Chris Rysop has done a nice job for the Bucks. As he has come on. It's his second full season with the Pirates. 0-2.
Certainly just hammering that strike zone when everybody comes up there, getting ahead, making his pitches looking very sharp. This is the inning the Pirates needed right here from him. One more strike.
Oh, 2.
Not by much. Good pitch. What you want to do on an 0-2 count. Put it off the plate just a little bit.
Hit by the pitch.
Did he swing?
Apparently not.
Ask. Check. No, absolutely did not swing. Not even close. Started the bat forward, but he stopped it immediately when that ball was coming up and in. It got him in the arm.
Castro will stay in the ball game. Dale Swayman, one of the trainers, checking on him. On base for the 3rd time tonight. Already the 6th time in the first 2 games of the series. He stole second in the 4th inning. Has 23 stolen bases this season. And Castillo 2 for 4.
Certainly a running situation.
There he goes. McHenry on the money, got him.
Nice toss.
McHenry has been out working early the last couple of games on those throws to second. And that was right on the money. Nice little short hop pick too by Brock Holt. The game. Will we get fireworks near the bottom of the 9th inning? Pirate comeback? We'll see. Get an exclusive look at your Buccos off the field on an all-new Inside Pirates baseball this week. Look back at Pedro Alvarez's mammoth shot that became the longest Pirates homer in PNC Park history. Hear the guys weigh in on home plate collision, see our HEH plays of the week, and much more inside Pirates baseball tonight after Pirates postgame on Root Sports. Joe Mather takes over in left. And Samardzija going to be given an opportunity to go the distance in his final start of the year. Marmol ready. Right down the middle. First pitch strike. Fastball.
Definitely challenging with that first one.
Toward the line and left on a play.
It's kind of a weird thing tonight with Samardzija. It's kind of an old school start. I mean, here he is with one run. He's pitching the 9th inning. He got the hit for himself in the 8th with the tying run on, or excuse me, the go-ahead run on. And yet, after tonight, he's being shut down early.
And he's going to throw his season high and career high in terms of pitch count. This will be 111. That's 2 away from his season high. 1 and 2. This would be his first career complete game. Career start number 33.
Here comes the forkball.
Ground ball to first. 1 out.
Big Blue was right on top of that one with the predictability. Samardzija has somebody 1 and 2. Better look off speed.
Parrott asking for some help from above. Presley 0 for 3. Robin Teak getting ready. The post game coming up. Stay tuned. Post game reaction highlights. Rob King, Kent Colby after the game. 1-2. What a way to go out for Samardzija. This will be something to hang his hat on, and for the Cubs all winter long, they'll be talking about the fact that they've got one, no question, solid top of the rotation type pitcher. And the Pirates down to their last out. Number 9 for Samardzija.
Fastballs and then the splitter at 85 miles an hour. The lack of speed pressing way up front. Looking for a long ball, Greg.
Pinch hitting for Clint Barmas. Gabby Sanchez. Still throwing 96.
He hasn't lost anything yet. Ninth inning, he's going to make his 120th pitch. Middle of September, and he's still got his good stuff.
Line to left over Mather. Makes the catch, and the Cubs win back-to-back games as Jeff Samardzija finishes off his season with a complete game, 4-hitter, 120 pitches, 3 runs, just 2 earned.
Well, I'll tell you, Greg, that was kind of what I was afraid of with Samardzija, that he was going to come out and have a dandy in him. And you look at the scoreboard, only got 4 hits. You feel lucky getting 3 runs. One of those was unearned because of that error that Castro made. But that is a quality major league starting pitcher right there. Number 29 is going to be somebody that, in our division, we're going to have to be dealing with for quite a while. Cubs found a good one.
Jeff Samardzija goes the distance. His last start of the season. First career complete game, and as you said, Bob, the bright side certainly for the Cubs, one of the few bright spots this season is Jeff Samardzija. For the Pirates, it's a tough loss.
It is a tough loss, and you mentioned earlier about kind of like a little bit of a power outage. Where are the home runs? That was one of the things I was looking for tonight, to get some balls over the fence for a win. The wind was blowing up the river all night long, rather briskly. You would have thought that if you hit anything to left center field in the air, it had a chance to go. The only home run's a Cub home run.
Final score is the Chicago Cubs win it over the Pittsburgh Pirates, 4-3. The Bucks fall to the Cubbies. Look for the series finale tomorrow. Try and salvage the series. A lot to talk about once again tonight, and it's Robin Teak.